save money ground up in the gutter where they found us. Stones in the faint mouth rush. More vacays, more bucks, more race, more foreign trucks, more on a tour bus, more pork cup. Toast to the winners, throw it up.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll have our eyes on Darnell Mooney. He got to the century market receiving last week with a pair of scores. It's the Bears and the Lions on Thursday night.
Just off Lakeshore Drive, nestled next to Lake Michigan. That's where you find historic Soldier Field in the great city of Chicago, Illinois. Tonight, we kick off Week 3 with a great Thursday night matchup between the Detroit Lions and the Chicago Bears. Brandon Gaudin joined by Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Lions in this matchup. Their offense is a unit that's not afraid to take chances out there, and not always for the better. What do you see them trying to do here?
I think they'll continue to take...
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And I saw that he had an interesting quote in the research packet that we had after last week's game. It's all on me now. I've got to lead my team and find a way for us to win a game.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Here's Goff. And a quick throw here, that's complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. As they run the counter play. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Tough slang. They lose a yard there on 3rd. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Lions take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Well, no matter your experience level as a quarterback, you throw an interception on that first drive, maybe a little shaken up. Nice response there to get their first down.
I think you make an excellent point. I don't care who you are. You throw an interception, it's going to get to you a little bit. But the ones that we've seen that are the best, you never notice it. They don't come to the bench, throw their helmets, don't do any of that. just go back out the next drive and act like it never happened. And that's what we're seeing here.
The numbers on the ground for Montgomery in last week's affair. 17 carries, 52 yards, and a touchdown.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
And some room to maneuver. That good for 19 on a first down. We often give credit to the O-line there. Two tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
First down, here's the run to Montgomery. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Back to throw, Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 17-yard line. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
When a drive goes this long, you have to give a lot of credit to the guys up front, those big fellas, because the offensive line is putting something together that allows them to continue to control the ball. I know a lot of people think they get fatigued on a long drive. Actually, a lot of times the reverse happens. They actually get energized because they're controlling the ball, and they're the ones dictating to the defense.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Being chased out left. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. It's a sack for a loss of 4, and that brings up 3rd down and goal. Back in Chicago, ready for the 2nd quarter. It's the Bears in possession. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Now it's Fields. Buying time to his left. And he will find Ridley on the left side. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. The kick by Pinheiro is good. So a conservative decision there, but it does put them on the board.
And I know the players hate it, the coaches hate it, but sometimes you just got to take the points when they're there. Sometimes a field goal is pretty darn good.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. So here are the Lions to take over. They were losers last week, dropping that game to the Indianapolis Colts. But the good news for them, they've got the lead right now and the football. 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Goff. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. First down Lions on a pickup of 13.
Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
Now Goff on first down. Over the middle, it's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. The Lions at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Again, Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. It got his man complete. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams, 60 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is, because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are things you have to look out for in games like this.
He'll get this underneath to Montgomery. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Fields. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Again, Fields. And that is caught. It's Ridley. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. To throw is Fields. And he's got it. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible. Hope he's got man-to-man coverage. and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
On second and goal, Fields. Flush to his right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. They'll run for it with Montgomery. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. He lost 2, and it brings up fourth. This is up and good from Pinheiro. So 3 points on the board. As easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the fourth quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
A big play there for Detroit. 41 yards.
Able to hit on a big play right there in the 2-minute drill. Now they've got a chance to use all the remaining clock and build on their lead right before halftime.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
Throwing on third. Goff. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead here to 17-6. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. Now Fields. That's complete to Mooney. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Fields. Flushed out right. Fields hit and the ball is loose. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Well, that's unfortunate because he had a nice run going, but give credit to the defense. They got a hand in the cookie jar there, CD.
You have to think about vision, finding a place to get down after you know you've gotten all you can out of a run. And obviously ball security is paramount. In today's football, everyone's coming after the rock. You've got to make sure you protect it and protect the yardage you just gained.
And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. Dances by him. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
That's a tremendous start to the third quarter. These guys had their foot on the gas the entire first half. They continue to keep the accelerator down.
They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Off play action. Here's Gone. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. He did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get. Keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Off the option, here's Montgomery. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs. Keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
Here's Fields. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Here's Fields. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So out now come the Lions. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get him 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. From the 17, Goff firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Goff now to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. Two guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. First down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup. Good push up front, and then a run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
They're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. 1 quarter remains here on this Thursday night. Back now at Soldier Field. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4. Goff into the hands of Williams across the formation. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. On first down, Goff. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Goff. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Credit that sack to Marcus Davenport.
And the passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Haven't been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the Bears are right back in this football game. And now with that interception, you feel like we've got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no. But the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
79 yards on the ground so far for Montgomery. It's a first down. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Fields leaving it with Montgomery here on the option. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Fields now to throw. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down. 4th down. Fields has to have this one. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Lions will take over. So now with a 2-minute warning coming up fast, that puts a mammoth dent in their comeback hopes.
I like how you phrased it. It's a dent because there's still opportunity. They've got to get the ball back on defense, obviously twice. But guess what? This thing is not close to being over. They need to go ahead and play it out.
Not over. As you said, 2-score game still. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. He's going to air one out. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Here's Goff. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cunningham. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Goff. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing now, Goff. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To the air again. Goff. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. To throw, Goff. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Lions look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point attempt to follow here. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. On 2nd and 10. Fields throwing, completing, quick to Calvin Ridley. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Fields on 1st down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Lions are going to take over at their own 41.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead.
Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
And this is going to be intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Again, Fields. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. Fields to throw on 3rd and 1. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Back to throw, Fields. This is caught. Touchdown, Bears! Darnell Mooney. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Goff going to throw it. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. He's airing it out for Williams, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
On 4th down, Goff. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that, but that would have been a big play, but he could not pull it.